Good evening and welcome to EBTV's coverage of East Brunswick High School athletics. Tonight, football against the Mustangs of Brick Memorial High School. Hi, I'm Ken Saroka along with Richie Whalen. And Rich, this is a game that has playoff implications for the Central Jersey Group 4 championship.
Yeah, it does. East Brunswick has clinched a playoff berth already, but if they get a win, they can get home field advantage for the first round, which would be nice. And Brick Memorial, who's actually the defending Group 4 champs, need this win to stay alive in the playoffs. So it's a big game for both teams.
The Bears come off an emotional overtime win against Jackson, but that was 2 weeks ago. Now, as a football player, would you rather keep playing, or would you rather, at this point in the season, have a couple of weeks off?
I think it's kind of good for them to regroup. I know, talking to the coaching staff, they haven't been playing their best. Had a couple injuries. Mike Weber had a shoulder that wasn't doing well, so I think that was good to get him back in the mix because they're going to need him to move forward. And I think they can really use this week and then the next week to kind of, get ready for the playoffs and get some things ironed out.
This is a team that started out strong but has really played, should we say, inconsistent in the last few games. How do you correct that?
I think you just get back to basics. I think, East Brunswick, they've had a tough schedule. They don't play the teams that they've been playing. They're playing a lot of these shore teams, which are good teams. So I think, you just work on some things in practice offensively. They've kind of struggled moving the ball a little bit. And, defensively, I think overall they played pretty well, but I think the offense needs to step up a little bit.
From what we've heard, Brick Memorial runs pretty much the same offense that we do. How do you defend against that?
It's tough, and teams have a tough time defending East Brunswick because they have three options that can beat you. They have the quarterback and a couple running backs, and just looking at their team, they're very balanced. A lot of guys have a lot of yards for Brick, so it's tough. I guess the good thing for East Brunswick is they run a similar offense, so they're used to it already, but it makes it tough to prepare for a team that has many different options.
Are you looking past this game toward the playoffs and toward the annual Thanksgiving Battle of Route 18?
I don't know. You definitely look forward to that, but I think the coaching staff has to do a good job saying, guys, if we don't iron some things out and get better, it might be an early exit for us in the playoffs. So I think, East Brunswick's got to look at this as an opportunity to work some things out and move forward to be able to be competitive the rest of the year.
It is a cold and crisp November night, perfect football weather, and we'll be right back with the first half kickoff. And the Brick Memorial Mustangs won the toss. Will defer to the second half, so the Bears will get the ball to start this game. Bears wearing their home green, and Brick in the white with gold pants. Brick coming into this game 3-4. They are the defending Central Jersey Group 4 champions. East Brunswick comes into this game with a record of 5-2. East Brunswick has a playoff spot assured, but the difference, winning and losing, the home game.
Exactly, and we're just looking before the Bears will either play West Windsor, Plainsboro South, or Montgomery in the playoffs.
Dropping back deep for the Bears, Mike Weber on the far sideline, Moro Tucci in the middle, and that looks like, I can't see that.
Jared Lynch.
Jared Lynch, yep.
And one thing I know in the pregame, talking about East Brunswick and how they're not, going on all cylinders, they're still having a great year, 5-2. And Brick Memorial's, had a tough schedule with some of their losses.
Jordan Lodice kicks it off. It's a short kick, and it's going to be fielded by one of the up men. That was Nick Gudzak, I think, who fielded that short kick. And the ball will be spotted on the 37-yard line.
Right. That was sort of an odd kick there.
Reminded me of the kick that the Giants tried against the Eagles last week and ended up bouncing off of a defensive lineman's hands.
And we have Chris Kania.
That's Chris Kanya. This is a great story here. And for those of you who don't know the story, on YouTube, the Friday Night Feats Go on YouTube and vote for Chris Kanya. It's a very special story here in East Brunswick High School.
And I've been fortunate enough, I've been able to have a few conversations with Chris, and he's just a good kid. He really enjoys being on this football team. The players on the team have really embraced him and done a nice job.
We got unbalanced already.
Moro Tucci under center. Hand off to Lynch. Lynch breaks one tackle, arm tackle, gets his way through the secondary. Gets about 9 on the play.
And that was a lot on Jared Lynch there. Brick actually did a nice job of penetrating, and Lynch broke a couple arm tackles there and is about a yard short of a first down there.
Call it a long one, maybe 2 now.
And East Brunswick, very balanced team. Rushing, Maro Tucci leads the team with 565 yards. Mike Weber has 396, and Jared Lynch has 290 yards rushing.
And breaking into the secondary there, Mike Weber. Weber, who was nursing a bit of a shoulder injury, you said, going into last game, or coming out of last game. Weber picks up the first down in Mustang territory. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line. First down for the Bears. Do you get a sense that this could be 2004 all over again if the Bears get hot? That was such a sleeper year. Nobody kind of understood where that was going until it got there. Until
I think they have enough parts to do that.
Tucci. And Tucci was almost sacked for a loss. Does try to dump it off to Lynch in the flat, but ball is incomplete. Second down and 10.
And that's one thing this year I've been getting on Maro Tucci a little bit when he's pressured to get rid of the ball, and he did a nice job of saving about 6 or 7 yards there with the sack.
Tucci well balanced, 565 yards rushing, 550 yards passing.
It's about as balanced as you can get there.
Wishbone backfield for the Bears. Julian Quinton, the up man, but that handoff is to Lynch. Lynch gets maybe 4.
And a lot of teams have been using the strategy of really trying to take Moro Tucci out of the game here. And Moro Tucci on that handoff there really took a big pop by one of the Brick defensive linemen. So a lot of teams have been saying, let's have these other guys beat us and not Tucci. So we'll have to keep an eye on that this game here.
Tucci's going to drop back to pass. Under pressure, gets around the outside, but does not even make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Loses 2 yards. That'll go down as a sack.
On their 45.
And the East Brunswick drive will stall on the Mustang 45. Tyler Yamchik will come in to punt.
Make a signal, you guys need signal.
4th down, 4th and 9.
One man back for Brick. Anthony Attilo. Now rolling toward the goal line, and it's going to roll dead. And down there on the 2-yard line.
You have to give Tyler Yonchuk a lot of credit there. Low snap, he was able to get it off, and as a punt returner there, you got to come up and field that. And he just lost about 20 yards for his team, so they're really pushed back now. East Brunswick has flipped the field here.
Ball spotted on the 3-yard line. At quarterback, Mike DeGloomy. Empty backfield. Inside handoff didn't go anywhere. Well, he did got him out to about the 6, so.
Handoff up the middle for Brick Memorial, a gain of 3 yards, 2nd down and 7.
Didn't even seem like he got that much there.
Yeah.
Got Brown. 3. Okay. They just walked out a little bit more. Explain the difference. Outside linebacker, explain the difference.
6.
And a little shovel pass on the outside. And picking up major yardage there.
He's still going.
He's still going.
Hey, they split the difference, Walter. That's what
Finally knocked out of bounds by Darren Friedman. That's
3 side, right? Yeah, 3 sides. 3 side.
And that's number 22 there, Glenn McGinnis.
That was a kind of an improv play.
Yeah, that I don't know if that was designed that way, but it definitely caught East Brunswick off guard there, and it looked like an East Brunswick tackler had him about at the 30. But a big play. Brick has already turned the field here. They were down at their 2. They're already on the 47-yard line.
Got the 4-man front. Actually, 2 guys broke up. Got 5-man front.
Quarterback keeper
Ain't that nice?
picks up about 4. Digolmi, 5'9" junior.
And looking at Brick Memorial's schedule, I mean, I know it's the opening game, but they were able to score 26 points against Sayreville, a good Sayreville team. A good Howell team they scored 27 points against. So this team, you know, although they're 3-4, they've played some good teams tough and have shown the ability to put some points on the board. And right now they're looking very efficient in a nice rhythm here.
One wide receiver split to the bottom of your screen.
You're going to get 17.
Vinny Saba, the only back in the backfield. Inside straight handoff. No, pitched to the outside man and coming around the sideline.
Might be a face mask. No.
No. That was Anthony Attilo around the outside, knocked out of bounds by Jared Lynch.
And
I said how you're playing yourself. You're playing a mirror image of the offense that you run.
And the quarterback's just really doing a nice job of making the correct reads. Made a great pitch. That's not an easy pitch with his left hand. And number 45 there, Anthony Goodzak, just sort of got caught inside, and you can't let guys get outside of you there.
That's an inside handoff, this time stuffed by the interior of the Bears line. Minimal gain.
And one thing I've noticed in the games that I've been with East Brunswick's defense is they do allow some yards by the opposing team, but they usually do a pretty good job when the other team gets close to the red zone inside, you know, the 30 or 20-yard line, where they kind of really bear down and don't allow teams to score all the time when they get here.
2nd and 8. Pitch back. Only one man on the outside to make a tackle. And that's the fullback again. Glenn McGinnis gets across the 20. And another first down for the Mustangs.
It just looks to me right now, East Brunswick's defense, a lot of players are getting caught up inside, and they don't have good outside containment here. Really, it's just the corner and maybe a safety who are out there on an island, and Brick is taking full advantage right now.
Ball spotted on the 17, 1st and 10.
If Glenn goes wide, you got him. If Glenn goes wide, you got a touchdown. But that outside linebacker's fine.
And McGinnis again pulling his way forward, getting close to the 10.
Brick Memorial, number 22, Glenn McGinnis on the carry.
And one thing defensively against a team that runs this triple option is you have to really do your job. You can't, you know, try to make a play yourself, because that's when a big play happens.
Official timeout. It's a gain of 6 yards.
And there's an official's timeout right now on the field, but
11-yard line. 2nd down and 4 for Brick
They're all
Memorial.
inside. That's why I said if you got it outside, we got to play. If you watch the outside linebacker here, nobody's on Glenn. But that's formation you had, nobody was on Glenn.
2nd and 4. Ball on the 11. Bit of an equipment problem there. McGinnis's shoe, I guess, came off.
What do you got, 24? All right, 79 beer blood.
Pitch.
Hey, Glenn has bad block right, Glenn.
And that was
Down to
at Tio. McGinnis missed his block, and that essentially went for no gain, maybe a half a yard. Ball just on the 10, so give him 1 yard on that play. 3rd and 3, critical third down here.
Definitely, and that's the first time I saw East Brunswick. Number 20, Peter Sereno, did a nice job of taking on the block and forcing the runner to cut up there, not letting him get outside.
25.
Sereno, the leading tackler for the Bears defense. Quarterback keeper gets around. He's got the first down. It looks like he's been brought down right at the 5.
Memorial quarterback number 6, Mike
Jumley got to the 6. He gets the first down.
gain of 4 yards.
And this has been a methodical drive here by Brick. Brick started this possession on their own 2-yard line and have
Benefited from big plays and small plays.
exactly. They've done it both ways.
Bears have yet to register a play for negative yardage on defense. DeJulme under center. Going to keep it, go around the outside, met by the Bears defense there.
Yeah, number 62 for the Bears, Joe Quaglieri, and also number 42, John Segreto, did a really nice job there. Good penetration, laid a good hit on there. So East Brunswick needed that.
2nd and goal. Ball on the 6. Opening drive for Brick. First quarter, 4 minutes, 30 seconds left. No score. Inside handoff, getting maybe a yard is Finney Saba.
Looked like Sereno and Alex Ruck were in on the tackle there. I would really look for Brick to maybe try the wide side of the field here. They've been going the last couple plays the short side of the field.
Third and goal. One back behind Goma. Keeper stuffed. Nick Gudzak on the tackle, snuck through, broke through the offensive line and contained DeJulme for no gain, maybe a loss of a yard or two. Yes, a loss of a yard. And that'll be a field goal attempt now for the Mustangs. The field goal kicker, number 10, Jordan Lodice. And 3 points for the Brick Memorial Mustangs on that 22-yard field goal.
I think both teams there have to feel good. Obviously, Brick feels good. They just moved the ball almost 98 yards there. And East Brunswick has to feel good because when they needed to, they were able to stop Brick and hold them to a field goal. So Brick does a nice job of moving the ball down the field, and East Brunswick defensively, when they needed to, was able to hold Brick to a field goal. But right now, East Brunswick just looks a little bit out of sorts. Obviously, this is a huge game for Brick, and East Brunswick also has implications in terms of home field. But and you were talking about this before too, Ken, that having a couple weeks off, sometimes it takes you, it might take you a little while to kind of get back into the speed of the game. So hopefully for East Brunswick, that's the case.
Well, both teams have had 2 weeks off. That last game against Howell came on the 23rd as well. So Brick showing no signs of rust. East Brunswick's offense at least showing a little bit of rust. Lodice will kick off deep for the Bears. Moro Tucci in the middle. Mike Weber. And here we go again with another short kick in the same direction there. And about the same result, except this time the Bears get the ball at the 39-yard line, as opposed to the 37 last time, 1st and 10.
And they might have got a hold of a tape or scouted a game that Mauro Tucci returned the kickoff, and they're saying we're not going to let him beat us. And you know, if I'm East Brunswick there, I might even think as a coach, move my guys up and see if they don't recognize it and kick it to my deep men.
Tucci drops back, looks pass, has a man on the outside, and knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line. That's number 17, Tim O'Sullivan.
And that's just a nice play to start on 1st down. East Brunswick's been running the ball the whole time. Gave Tim O'Sullivan a lot of cushion there and got a nice gain of 7 or 8 there.
You would think maybe that is a matchup that can be exploited. O'Sullivan's 6'2", and I'm looking at the numbers here on the secondary. We have a penalty also on the play. We'll get the call in a minute from referee Bobby Hull. Looks like a major penalty too.
Oh, personal foul there. Still 1st down on the snap.
A 15-yard penalty for a personal foul. I didn't see that. Was that a late hit on Tucci?
I didn't see it either.
Or a late hit out of bounds, maybe? I don't know.
I know that O'Sullivan's foot stepped out, but I just, didn't think it was a late hit.
Oh, and smothering Weber for a 2-yard loss. It's most of the interior of the defense there.
And Brick Memorial's line really went after that play. East Brunswick might have something if they kind of do a bootleg or something with Tucci, that everyone just went to the ball there.
2nd down and 13.
2nd and 13, a loss of 3. That's already a second play for a loss here. And pitch out to Lynch. Lynch has some room. Gonna go through the secondary. One man to beat, down the sideline, and chased out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
And a couple really nice blocks there to spring Lynch. Looked like maybe a kick-out block there by Mike Weber, and Lynch did a nice job of cutting the ball up.
Tucci dangerously close to being sacked with that one, too.
You're right, he just got rid of that ball on time. That actually might have helped the play develop a little bit more, where a couple more people committed to him.
And perhaps that'll keep a little bit of aggression from the defense there, keep back a little bit, fearful of another play like that. Ball on the 15-yard line. Late handoff inside, almost looked a little confused there.
Good yardage, got about 6 yards there.
That's Julian Quinton.
Well, nice response so far by East Brunswick's offense. Again, they get good field position on that little sort of like pooch kick, and they're looking to answer right back here.
2nd and 4, long 4. Ball just outside the 15-yard line. Tucci will keep it himself, manages to sneak through. Has one person to beat around the outside. Mauro Tucci, 15 yards for an East Brunswick touchdown.
Another great read by Mauro Tucci there. People committed to the fullback there. He kept it, and you have to give credit also to Kevin Lance, the wide receiver. He hasn't had the ball thrown to him a ton this year, but did a really nice job of throwing a block to allow Tucci to get into the end zone there.
The danger of that is he can end up holding just to make sure Tucci has that clear space. Tyler Janacek will come on to try the extra point out of the hold of Casey Schuld. And the kick is good. East Brunswick takes the lead 7-3.
And a good answer by East Brunswick's offense. Brick had a nice drive. We're only able to get 3. East Brunswick's defense held them when they needed to, and the East Brunswick offense able to answer right back and get the lead. So let's see if that is able to spark East Brunswick defensively to pick it up a little bit.
This game will be broadcast again on Sunday, the 15th of November at 8 p.m. and Sunday, the 29th at 3 p.m. on EBTV. I'd like to thank the guys for coming out and doing all the technical work for us. That makes our job a lot easier.
And we can kind of see in the bottom of the screen there the cheerleading team. They do the push-ups after all the scores, and then they do a great job cheering on the Bears there. You can get a good look of the squad there.
Tyler Janchik will tee it up from the 40. Back deep for the Mustangs. Anthony Atio in the middle. Jihad Howard inside, little squibber kick. And Howard picks it up, trying to weave his way through, manages to get to the 40. Well, Jihad Howard at least picked that ball up cleanly as it was bouncing around on the turf. Ball will be spotted at the 39-yard line, and Brick will take over 1st and 10 from there.
For the most part, both teams have been keeping the ball on the ground, so this has been a quick quarter. We're already down to 1:30 here in the first quarter.
You're watching EBTV's production of East Brunswick High School Athletics. I'm Ken Saroka along with Rich Whalen. Brick Township with the ball, going right to left on your TV screen in the white uniforms. A screen pass out to McGinnis, gets past the secondary and is driven down inside the 35. Quick screen out there. Only one EB defender, and he was tied up nicely by the wide receiver.
That's a nice job by Brooke there. East Brunswick has a lot of guys in the middle, a lot of guys up. So if you're able to break a tackle or get by a couple guys, you're going to have a big play there. So.
Saba alone back behind. And the ball's on the ground, and it's picked up by Jake Wojciech.
And I wasn't able to pick up who made the hit there, but the quarterback there for Brick Memorial, Mike DeGloomy, just kind of was trying to pitch it, and as he was doing that, he got hit at the exact same time, and Jake Wojciech was right on that ball.
Ball's on the 41-yard line. Tucci will keep it, now pitch it. Weber had no place to go. Scurries out of bounds for no gain.
And we don't have stats for this, but I know a lot of the games that I've been to with East Brunswick, they've been for the most part winning the turnover battle, and you know right now they're +1 here.
No. I'm saying. Well, you should be kept the damn ball. He's getting hit. That's what I'm saying. You should have kept the damn ball. You got trips here.
Eye over backfield behind Tucci. Two wide receivers up top. Tucci's going to try to keep it himself, sneak around the end. Manages to get to the 45, but that's about it.
Yeah, Ken did a good job just to get to the 45 there.
Third down, along 7.
And this might not be the worst spot here, Ken, to, you were saying before, to give Tim O'Sullivan a chance. This might be a chance depending on how Brick's playing defensively. Look like they have a cover too, or it might be tough to get it deep to O'Sullivan, but I think East Brunswick's got to look to maybe do that this game.
Tucci drops back to pass. He's going to get tackled for a loss. Looking down the sideline for Kevin Lance, but Lance was well defended. And with that sack, that is the end of the first quarter with your score. Bears 7 and the Brick Memorial Mustangs 3.
And we see Coach Borden there talking to the team. Just to update the audience here on some of the high school sports in East Brunswick. As of now, the boys cross country team is 5-1. Girls cross country is 4-2. Boys soccer is 14-3, and you can correct me on any of this, Ken, if I'm not correct. I know the boys soccer team had a win in states against Old Bridge. I'm not sure if they played since then. Girls soccer is 19-1. They also had a win in the States, overtime win, and I was talking to Coach Brady, and they play Monday. Football, what we're watching now, actually is 5-2 now. Field hockey is 14-4-1. That one being a tie. They actually tied South Brunswick for the GMC title. Gymnastics is 3-3. Girls tennis ended up 8-9, and they were, I think, GMC champs. And the girls volleyball team is 17-5.
All right, Tyler Janchik will be back to punt here as the Bears now will move right to left on your television screen. Tio's back. Janchik gets it off, but it's a high blooper that drops right out of bounds at the 43-yard line, 42-yard line. And Brick will take over there.
And the girls volleyball, boys soccer, and girls soccer were all division champs as well in this winter, fall season.
First and 10. Saba, the lone setback behind Gilma. The handoff right to look like a Tio, or nope, that is to Saba, and he gets nothing. Gets stuffed up there by the Bears. They're playing about 8 or 9 men up there in the box.
Yeah,
they have to.
Yeah, and on that particular possession, East Brunswick really did a nice job doing their assignments. They had a guy in the quarterback, they had a guy in the pitch guy, they had a few guys on the fullback, so did a nice job there.
Man in motion is McGinnis. He gets the pitch. Again, and they've run that play successfully now 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, just a simple numbers game there, too. East Brunswick doesn't have, if you get the ball outside there, East Brunswick doesn't have enough guys. Plus, Mike Weber there is playing man-to-man, so he's not even looking at the ball carrier as he's coming down.
Whose responsibility is that for that back to come from the far side over like that? Whose responsibility is it to come across?
It could be a linebacker if a linebacker is matched up against them. Obviously, East Brunswick's defensive end usually wants to contain outside and force them to come back inside. So that's usually who it would be.
Inside handoff to McGinnis this time. And that goes nowhere fast. In the middle of that pile right there, Jake Wojowicz.
Right. Tim O'Sullivan was also in there, as well as a couple other Bears.
Gain of 1 yard, second down and 9.
Second and 9, gain of 1 to the 37.
This play, you might want to go line and run. 1 yard line is go reset. Again, I know I'm taking you that worse here. McGinnis is wide open on the top.
Again, McGinnis comes through, but that is the inside handoff to Saba. Gets down to the 30. Picks up 7 of the 9 yards needed. Ball's outside of the 30-yard line.
Stop made by number 16, Nick Goodzak for the Bears.
Nick Goodzak on the stop.
Gain of 7 yards, third down and 2.
You gotta go for it here anyway. You gotta go for it anyway. No punt.
2 wide receivers.
They're walking the free safety over. Look, they're spreading out the outside linebacker, but that's all you got. Nobody's on it.
To McGinnis. Got a cross there, and there was a little bit of confusion and a flag on the play too. A late hit or something going on there.
East Brunswick got to kind of fix that right there. They have number 22, Glenn McGinnis, in the slot, and there's really no one there. That's just a simple, really simple read by the quarterback. You see that, you just throw it to him.
Okay, we're going to get the call from referee Bobby Hull in a minute. And it's a face mask call against the Bears.
Looked like an air traffic controller there for a minute. With he was going the one way and then the other way. Not a good penalty there.
A 15-yard penalty against the Bears gives Brick
Good ball. Half the distance. First down.
Referee Bobby Hull there is man a few words. He, gets his point across without saying much. Well, East Brunswick last time Brick got in this area was able to really bear down and force a field goal. Let's see what happens here.
Saba with the inside handoff. Tries to muscle his way to the 10.
Number 21, Vinny Saba on the carry for Brick Memorial.
1 yard gain, 2nd and 9.
Number 17, Tim O'Sullivan. Gain of 1 yard, 2nd down and 9.
McGinnis manages to get through a couple of arm tackles, gets inside the 5, falls down at the 4.
And Brick's had some success there tossing the ball out. East Brunswick was in decent spots there, but still able to get a pretty good gain.
Guarantee they're gonna walk the outside linebacker out next time you go line. You know what I mean? We hit them twice on that. That's gonna be their adjustment.
A gain of 6 yards, 3rd down and 3.
What you got here?
3rd and 3. Ball on the 4, just outside the 4.
The middle linebacker into the hole.
Quarterback keeper.
That's close.
Yes, it is.
Touchdown,
Brick Township to Gilma on a 4-yard keeper.
with the 4-yard touchdown run.
Well, the only time Brick has short-circuited itself has been when it short-circuited itself when Aaron Pitch went on the ground. Low dice for the extra point. And it is good. And our score is Brick Memorial 10,
Brick Memorial is good.
East Brunswick 7.
Brick Memorial 10.
Coming up on November 24th, we have our annual Powder Puff game, the juniors versus the senior girls, in a flag football contest for charity. And that is again the 24th, which is a Tuesday night, the Tuesday before the Thanksgiving holiday break, here at Jade Oil Field. Hope that you can come out and support a worthy cause. Coach Borden puts a lot of effort into that as well. Occasionally the juniors do win, and that's always one of those rare moments in school when bragging rights are established, and that was the last time the junior class won was the class of 2006.
Okay.
We had a little bit of an unfair advantage. We had a little bit of an unfair advantage there. We had Heather O'Reilly on the team.
Yeah, that.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. That was 2000. Heather was 2003. Oh, getting confused.
The corner comes inside the outside linebacker and lines up over a wing back.
Okay. And then, of course, on Thanksgiving Day, 11 o'clock, while your turkey is basting, come on out to see the Battle of Route 18. The Bears and the Old Bridge Knights here at Jade Oil Field, 11 o'clock in the morning. So if you get done watching the Macy's parade, you can come on by.
3 o'clock tomorrow.
Now, once again, we have the same situation here.
And you can see the East Brunswick side has brought up their deep men a little bit here.
And again, they're pooching it right to O'Sullivan, who will take it at the 25. Sullivan grabbed around the ankles and brought down at the 31-yard line. Worst starting field position for the Bears.
O'Sullivan on the kickoff return. He stopped by number
7:28 remaining in this first half. Bears trail
East Brunswick takes over
10-7.
1st and 10 from its own 32.
Tucci looking downfield for O'Sullivan. Has him on the sideline, knocked out of bounds at the 37, 38-yard line. rolling pocket there. Mauro Tucci finds Sullivan, threw it over the outside shoulder too, which was
To number 17.
good position for there. And O'Sullivan hauls it in, knocked out of bounds, they say, at the 41.
And that's the second time that I can remember East Brunswick's thrown the ball. They've attempted a couple more to try, but haven't got the pass off. But on first down, that's always, you know, defenses aren't expecting as much on first down, and they executed beautifully there.
Quinton, the lone setback now. Quinton gets the ball in the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, and gets down to the 34-yard line.
Thought East Brunswick was fortunate there. Looked like the line moved early, but there's no flag.
Just inside, we'll call it the 34-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. Brings up a 2nd down and a 3.
Gain of 7 yards. 2nd down.
This has been the play that's usually killed East Brunswick, the 2nd down and relatively short. Quinton didn't get much on that one, maybe a yard. We'll see what kind of spot the line judge or side judge gives him.
Looks like they gave him about a yard.
Gain of 1 yard.
Only a gain of 1. Third down and 2. 3rd down and 2. Ball on the 33-yard line. Tucci pitches it, a late pitch to Lynch. Lynch gets around the outside, has a clear lane, and there he goes to the house for an East Brunswick touchdown.
And again, Mauro Tucci waited to the last second and made it nice, right?
You're just sitting there going, whoo! He's just getting rid of that ball.
And Mike Weber again got a piece of someone that allowed Lynch to cut it up, and once he cut it up, he was gone. I think he was untouched there. So East Brunswick, another nice answer after a score. Their offense is able to answer again.
Tyler Janchik on to attempt the extra point. And the extra point is good. And the Bears go up 14-10. 6:03 remaining in this second quarter. An eventful second quarter. Again, we'd like to remind you to go on YouTube and vote for Chris Kanye in the Friday Night Feats. Very special story if you read the article in the local papers about Chris Kanye.
And I think you'd mentioned this, Ken, but I believe the money that they will win for it will go to the program that Chris is part of in school. So money will go to a good cause as well. So if you haven't done so yet, get out and vote. And I believe something in our paper here said that you can do it up to 2 times. So vote twice.
Yep. Vote early and often. Use all your email addresses.
Right, make up a couple.
Yeah. Janachik line drives it, bounces down, and that's, oh, what a, that was a nasty tackle there. And you know, if you're Anthony Attilio,
yeah, it was one of those that you just kind of were running by and just stick your arm out, almost like a clothesline in the, if you watch the WWE
wrestling,
right.
Yeah. The worst starting field position in a while for the Mustangs at the 26-yard line. DeGromey hands it off inside. A little bit of extracurricular activity going on with the blockers downfield.
Yeah, looked like number 44 for Brick, Jared Askell. to Jared Lynch there with about 20 yards downfield.
2nd and 8. 2 wide receivers now splitting out to the lower side of your screen.
Now they're walking up the other backer on the line. There's like a 6-1 they adjusted to.
Oh, and he escapes a tackle. 1 tackle, escapes 2nd tackle.
You see the adjustment?
And got
6-1 they went to.
elusive. DeGilman gets past that sack and turns it into positive yardage and picks up the 1st down for Brick.
Yeah, and that was number 18, Jake Wojciech, who had a nice chance to get him for a big loss and just wasn't able to corral him.
Went to a 6-1 now. They look like a 6-man front. That's what I'm trying to say.
Ball on the 38.
They walked one backer went out to the ram, and then one backer came in the line of scrimmage.
And we're going to have a timeout.
Now you got a 3-5 and 52.
DeGromley lost his mouthpiece on the sideline. Referees hold up play until he can get it put back in.
What do you got right now? Oh, I thought you said 16. Green. Yeah.
Altillo, no, I'm sorry, Vinny Saba gets the ball, gets it across the 45, picks up 6, maybe 7. Saba picks up 7, ball marked right on the 45, be 2nd down and 3.
A gain of 7 yards, 2nd down and 3.
Picking up the 1st down up the middle. Saba gets that, gets across midfield into Bears territory. Unofficially the 9th Brick 1st down.
A gain of 6 yards on the play, good for a Brick Memorial 1st down. 49.
And Bears need to stop him here because the Brick gets the ball first in the 2nd half. Putting 2 scores back to back could be a real hurt on the Bears' chances tonight. Pitch back and sweeping around the outside is Altillo. Altillo gets it across the 40, knocked out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
Carries for Brick Memorial.
And East Brunswick's having some trouble when Brick gets to the outside there and allowing the backs to get to the outside. So that's something definitely at halftime they're going to have to adjust to a little bit.
First and 10, Mustangs.
Oh my God. You got McGinnis on the corner, outside linebacker. There it is.
Pass is thrown behind McGinnis, who had some space, but DeGroma's pass is behind him and incomplete.
Yeah, had a lot of time there too. Little wheel route there.
Second and 10. 3:06 remaining first half.
3-5 again. Both middle linebackers are blown. About 3rd and 4.
Saba gets across the 35, brought down at the 31. It'll bring up a 3rd down. Call it 4. 3rd and 4.
And I'm not sure what Brick would do here, but I would say this is 2-down territory here. So you kind of have that thinking here on these two plays to get 4 yards.
It's a 4-4 with the 2 backers lined up outside. Nobody's on McGinnis if he gets out. Look at.
And that pass That wide open. McGinnis came right up the middle, and I think maybe the official standing in the middle there, the umpire in the middle, kind of got in the way.
It looked like the quarterback just rushed that a little bit too. Didn't have to whip it like that.
Fourth down. Huge fourth down. As momentum could swing significantly here. A stop here and a quick Bears touchdown before the half, and suddenly momentum is now on the Bears side. 4th and 4.
See where they had that linebacker?
Wait.
Thought he heard a whistle.
Thought he heard a whistle. Did we have an inadvertent whistle?
It came from the field. Look at.
That was a. There was no.
Timeout was called before the snap.
Timeout was called before the snap.
Okay. That might have been what the whistle was for.
Side judge called on that side, over on the far sideline, called timeout for the coach. Guess Brick wanted to see what defense East Brunswick was putting out there first, and then respond by redesigning the play later.
You see that a lot in basketball. Not quite as much in football.
Well, you have the timeouts to burn.
Right. Exactly.
And that was the first timeout that we've had taken. We only had 2 penalties, both personal fouls, but.
Yeah, my thought there on that 3rd and 4, though, if you know you're going for it, why not just run it, see if you can't get it there, and then, see where you're at. But, he was open, though, on it.
Well, it looked like that if that would have worked, McGinnis would have had the ball in space and would have been able to cut right through the middle of the secondary with only maybe one person back there.
True.
Jared Lynch to tackle him, and that would have been a quick 6. All right, 4th down and 4 here.
He's going to be.
Ooh, this is one of these left foot, right foot spots.
Because his knee was down and the ball was right by the marker. I think he's going to be a little bit. I think they should measure it at least, but they have a better view than us down here. It's close. They might have known if he got by one of the yard markers that he had it, but.
Well, it looks like it was right on the 27-yard line, so if it's right on it, it looks like it was
right. A gutsy call there.
And we have a flag there. We have a false start. Somebody jumped.
Penalty marker on the play.
Minute 29. Clock will stop on the foul. Listen for the referee.
Ball. Balls.
Procedure against Brick Memorial, a 5-yard penalty. It remains first down.
First and 15 now from the 32-yard line. Clock will resume running. McGinnis here now is out in the slot. Tim O'Sullivan to guard him. And taking the pitch, Altilio. That time, good Bears pursuit and no place to go but out of bounds. Maybe a gain of 3, 4. Generous spot. Brings it back to the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 from the 27.
You're going to get 16. They're in the 3-5 look now.
Single setback, Saba behind. Saba gets the handoff inside. Breaks one tackle. Gets down to the 22.
Number 21, Vinny Saba on the carry for Brick Memorial.
Clock becomes a factor here, down to 45 seconds left.
From the 22.
Again, Saba the lone setback. McGinnis in motion.
Counter.
And that looks like it's going to get the first down as he crosses.
All right, if he has a first down, clock will stop, or they might be taking a measurement here. Nope, they take the timeout. Might have been. Not sure if they're going to measure there. I guess they're saying like it's short, but that might be close enough for a measurement.
Fourth down, 4th and 1.
Well,
Half. If it's.
That's what I said. I really have no power here.
it's pretty close. I would just get a measurement here.
Well, waiting to see what's going to go on here. They're debating it right now. It looks like they're going to. That is the second Brick Memorial Township timeout.
There's a little, I forget what game I was watching this weekend. There was a little, not a controversy, but one of the coaches wanted a measurement on a 4th down. I guess they're in the NFL, they're allowed to do that, but the refs didn't let them get a measurement just to see how far they had to go on 4th down. But they have it better than us, I guess. Well, now they are going to measure.
Chain gang out there.
You might.
An inch. Yeah. Short by an inch.
See, they didn't need to measure. They had it the whole time.
Well, 4th and an inch. Not a given by any means. A missed, a fumbled snap or a penalty, a false start or something could push this back further.
Nice thing about high school, too, your quarterback sneak, get the first down. Clock stops while the chain crew moves. So if you have 2 plays called in the huddle here,
4th down,
you
we're
can
going to go on the
just
snap.
line up right away and not waste the timeout.
4th down for Brick Memorial. 4th down and less than a yard. They have the ball just outside the 17-yard line.
Sava, the lone setback. Again, this is the same look we've seen most of this game. Dylan Walsh wide out, split to the lower part of the screen. Second effort here is Gilmy gets.
The clock stops with the change. The clock stops with the change.
Number 6.
And they do get the first down. And unofficially, I have 12 first downs for Brick.
Looks like an East Brunswick player, number 42, John Segreto, is hurt. So that's even
Timeout on the field.
a bigger advantage for Brick. They can talk over, maybe have a couple plays called here.
The Brick Memorial
Might be a cramp just the way he's
Stretching out.
stretching.
about 2 yards. That
This game will be
Brick Memorial first.
rebroadcast on Sunday the 15th at 8 p.m. on EBTV Channel 3 and on Sunday the 29th at 12:30 p.m. I'm sorry, 3 p.m. excuse me, on the 29th. Again on EBTV Channel 3. Again, we'd like to thank the technical crew for coming out here. Dave and Peter in the truck and Paul up on the roof and Brian on the cameras.
And I think it's just a cramp there. You see the trainer, Phil Hostler, there out with them. He's been here for a long time, does a great job.
First down for Brick Memorial. First and 10 from the East Brunswick 16.
Pitch is not here.
Clock is now running. Drop him back to pass.
Not sure about that call there.
Ball, no, that the forward progress. They're going to rule the forward progress. Stopped. And that's the last Brick Memorial timeout with 14.9 seconds left to go in this first half.
I guess the thought process there is you got one-on-one, if you break a tackle, you can make a play, but now you have no timeouts. You only got about 4 yards on the play.
He threw it behind the guy, not downfield, letting him go up, because there was, Dylan Walsh has the height advantage, much as we talked about Tim O'Sullivan having a height advantage on that outside.
Right.
By forcing him to come back, you gave 1 or 2 steps to the defense to come in and crowd him. So it will bring up a 2nd and 7. Essentially, unless this is an incomplete pass, this is it.
Right.
Because East Brunswick will not call timeout.
Or unless they get past the, get a touchdown, obviously, or get past the chains where the clock will stop, or if they get out of bounds.
But this clock will start on the snap. Saba, the lone back.
Make a move on the line. This is it.
One-on-one coverage to the top of the screen.
Wide open.
And yes, a touchdown. And that time Walsh cut inside with 10 seconds left and manages a touchdown there. 13-yard touchdown pass.
To number 8, Dylan Walsh for the touchdown.
And it didn't quite look like East Brunswick had a safety there. Or like a linebacker. So if you're Mike Weber there, I'm not sure what the coaching staff wants there, but you got to take away that slant. That's the easiest pass there to make as a quarterback. So, like you were saying, Ken, a big momentum swing here. Not only does Brick score at the end of the quarter here, but they do get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. So, really devastating score by Brick.
And the Bears looking to get a home playoff game here next week.
Hello. Do you want me to turn them all off?
Coming into this game with a 5-2 record.
No, I didn't touch them at all.
And as we said in the pregame, Brick does need this game to make the playoffs. So they're going to pull out all the stops here.
Which one am I talking to? Is that what you have right now? Hold on.
Beautifully cold and crisp fall night here at J. Doyle Field. First real football weather I think we've had.
Yeah, exactly. I had a couple of warm nights, rainy night.
Well, Brick has had the ball 4 times and 3 scores, 2 touchdowns, a field goal, and a fumble. So they've been reasonably efficient. The Bears have not stopped them.
No.
And if this is any indication, Lodex is just going to bounce it on the ground. Picked up by Nick Gudzak, who's going to try to get as far as he can. And time for one more play.
Brunswick, number 16, Nick Gudzak, on the kickoff return. Stop made by number 47, Logan Smith, for Brick Memorial. East Brunswick takes over 1st and 10 from its own 31.
East Brunswick with 1 play from their own 31. And if you've got a 70-yard play in your bag, now would be the time. And Lance and Jared Lynch go up top. A little inside handoff. Quinton will get 8 yards, 9 yards. But that will be the end of the first half with the score, the Mustangs of Brick Memorial 17, your East Brunswick Bears 14. We'll be back with second half action in just a moment. And we have a little ceremony here at halftime is honoring the senior cheerleaders and their parents.
Your seniors are Selena Ali.
And this is Selena Ali, and she is escorted by Deborah and Philip Ali.
Randall Brooks, escorted by Cheryl and Bill.
This is Randall Brooks, escorted by Cheryl and Bill.
Brittany Ferrone, escorted by Barbara and Pasquale.
It's Brittany Ferrone, escorted by Barbara and Pasquale. This is Shannon Hussey, escorted by Bonnie and Tom.
Shannon Hussey, escorted by Bonnie and Tom.
Next is Adriana Lamming, escorted by her dad, Ed.
Adriana Lamming, escorted by Father Ed.
Next, we have Jordan Lawrence, escorted by Noel and Steve.
Jordan Lawrence, escorted by Noel and Steve.
Cynthia Maldonado is escorted by Mirta and Jimmy.
Cynthia Maldonado, escorted by Myrta and Jimmy. Is this Miller?
Chelsea Mueller is escorted by Jeanette and John.
No, Chelsea Mueller. Ashley Sosa, escorted by Michelle and John Tarras.
And this is actually Ashley Sosa, who is escorted by Michelle and John Tarras. And right there on the screen, that is your senior cheerleaders and their parents.
Senior cheerleaders, please stand.
And they put in a lot of time and effort in their work. I mean, they're here for soccer, for field hockey, for gymnastics, wrestling, in the basketball in the winter. Yes, they.
Yeah, and they also, have some competitions that they're also part of that they practice for. So, like you said, they do put in a ton of time. Okay, and we'll be back with the second half in just a moment.
Score at halftime, Mustangs of Brick Memorial High School 17, the East Brunswick Bears 14. I'm Ken Saroka along with Rich Whalen. Rich, can anything be done to stop this very potent Brick Memorial offense?
I do think so. East Brunswick will get a chance actually to start the second half as they're kicking off, but Brick has hurt East Brunswick. They've had a few big plays, but kind of methodically have been moving the ball down the field. And one big thing I think they can do is just try to contain the Brick running backs from getting outside. I think they've done a lot of damage going outside. East Brunswick's brought a lot of pressure inside and have had 8 or 9 guys right on the line of scrimmage. And once Brick has been able to get to the outside, then they have a distinct advantage. So we'll have to keep a close eye here on the first few plays of this half to see if East Brunswick's able to do that.
Brick scored on a 13-yard touchdown pass with 10 seconds left to go in the first half. Tyler Janchik is trying to kind of drop it in there and watch it bounce around. Picked up by Altilio. Altilio's going to bring it out to the 35.
We're in the 35-yard line.
And Brick will start there, 1st and 10. They're operating left to right on your television screen. Again, Brick had the ball 4 times. They scored 2 touchdowns, a field goal, and turned it over once on a fumbled pitch. East Brunswick, 4 real possessions, one right at the end there at the end of the first half, but only managed the 2 touchdowns.
Blow in the middle linebacker, too. Go, go, go.
Right up the middle is Saba. And East Brunswick kind of crowd up on the line, and breaking through the secondary is Vinny Saba, and Saba gets down all the way to the 27-yard line.
Brick Memorial, number 21, Vinny Saba.
That one exploded on right. Whew.
Yeah, that was a quick hitter.
A gain of 37 yards and a Brick Memorial.
And this kind of happened beginning of the first half. East Brunswick just didn't look ready to go, whereas Brick did.
The inside handoff again, this time stuffed by the Bears line.
2nd and 6. They went to 2 linebackers.
But maybe a gain of 3, 4, depending on the spot. Ball's inside the 25 spot at the 24-yard line. That'll be a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
Gain of 3 yards, 2nd down and 7 for Brick Memorial from the East Brunswick 24.
They still walk the back route.
Well, first 2 plays by Brick, both dives up the middle to the fullback.
3-5.
Sabo the only back behind
Now get the middle linebacker blowing inside.
keeper.
Go, Mikey, go. Hey, to me, you're 3rd and short.
Mike DeGrilmy manages to get close to a first down. Looks like he's going to come up about a yard short.
And that was a nice read by Mike DeGrilmy.
Soretto recovered from his cramping in the first half to make the tackle there.
3rd and 1.
Are you going to get it? You should get it. Back to the one-man linebacker, blowing again. All right. If Mikey kept that one, he was in the end zone.
First down as Sabo takes it to the 15-yard line. This could be a really big swing, that touchdown and another potential score here. The Bears were up 14-10 and then might find themselves down 24-14 in a space of about 5 minutes of play.
And you made a good call, Ken. You said if Brick was able to score right before the end of the first half and then have a chance to get another score, that's not good.
Inside again, handoff to Saba. And they've gone away from McGinnis, but Saba seems to be effective up the middle.
There's nobody on the quarterback.
It doesn't even look like he's, getting too much, but got about 3 yards right there.
Well, if you're East Brunswick now, you're keying maybe too much on Saba, and you got to watch for the keeper around the outside.
Well, that's the thing with this offense. There's a lot of things you have to worry about. A lot of options.
2nd and 8. Oh, poor tackling there by poor tackling by the Bears as Saba goes in from 13 yards.
Number 21 for Brick Memorial.
And this, Brick Memorial is not a bad team, but right now East Brunswick, I had said how their defense has been playing pretty well, but that's never a good sign. You give Saba credit for the run, but a lot of missed tackles there by East Brunswick.
A lot of up-high tackles, arm tackles missed or broken. Lodice to attempt the extra point.
Yeah. But still, even if we run that 13, they can't block it.
And the kick is good. 24-14 our score. And the Bears know that basically they can't keep trading scores from this point on. They have to stop Brick Township. And they are the defending Central Jersey Group 4 champions.
Does he know?
The only saving grace here for East Brunswick is this game, as we said in the open,
By the way, this ref told me it's legal.
they'll still make the playoffs, but a loss here will make them go on the road for their first playoff game. So.
Yeah.
That playoff game we assume would be next weekend, Friday or Saturday. Now the Brick kickoffs have probably just been dropping in at about the 25-30 yard line, and I don't see any change here on the East Brunswick side of things. Lynch, looks like Gudzak and Moro Tucci on the back line, but they're back about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I thought they might make an adjustment there too, and bring their deep men up a little bit, but
well, Pete Sorrento, number 20, sitting right at the middle of the 25-yard line. And Tim O'Sullivan. Sullivan had one kick to him. And a bouncing ball. This been picked up by Weber. Weber breaks through. And gets through. One man to beat. Weber will go all the way for the East Brunswick touchdown. Breaking tackles. Picked up that squibber and goes 80 yards for the touchdown.
And I was almost going to say for him, I thought maybe he should let the ball go, but you know what? Mike Weber did a really nice job there of cutting up, broke a couple tackles, and then where it looked like he got slowed up a little bit, he just showed his great speed there and was able to break away. And what an answer there by East Brunswick. Although I think someone's not there that they need for the extra point.
Again, that ball got past the first line, and Tyler Janchik will come on and attempt the extra point. Just gets that one through. And the Bears answer right back, but again, it hasn't been a matter of the offense. It's now up to the defense to hold, as we have a 24-21 lead now by the Mustangs of Brick Township.
What a turn of events there for both teams. And that's something you can't take for granted. Special teams there. East Brunswick's done a nice job this year with special teams. They have a good kicker. Their kicker, Tyler Janchuk, the Monroe game, won it with the 44-yard field goal. And this is the second kickoff return for East Brunswick this year. Mauro Tucci had one against South Brunswick, and Mike Weber just had one here.
Bears' next regularly scheduled game will be the Battle of Route 18 on Thanksgiving Day at 11 o'clock here at J. Doyle Field. If you can pull yourself away from the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and come out, support the Bears right before the turkey gets done. Janchik will tee it up here. Again, Brick Township looking for a squibber, and they're going to get one.
He's got some room.
And that's the danger here. Everyone tries to collapse in on that. And bringing it out to the 45-yard line, Kamir Maples. And Brick will start with very good field position.
And that was John Segreto there on the tackle, but East Brunswick just on that kickoff coverage just wasn't really getting down the field with any urgency.
Well, the danger is that squib kick, the ball goes fast, gets to the person without any hang time on it.
That is true as well.
And they get ahead of steam.
Right.
Inside handoff. Defense nicely by the Bears. Pick up maybe 4 as the pile moves forward. 2nd down and 6.
Number 22,
16 pace. He keeps it, whatever. He's right. Nobody's on him. They're all going down to the fullback.
in on the stop.
Mike was free, and so was the
Again,
running
now
back.
you have a change at fullback here. You have Jared Axtell behind. Axtell gets the inside handoff. Moves the pile another 4 yards.
Yeah, Brick's not doing anything fancy here. They're just, knocking into the line with their fullback right at the center of East Brunswick defense and picking up, 4 yards at a minimum each play here. So they'll have a short third and a long one, or a short 2.
Ball on in between the East Brunswick 46 and 47-yard line. The Gwilmy with Saba now behind him.
Should get it.
Saba breaks tackles again, and here he goes. Off to the races. Stutters, turns, gets a help.
Going down now. You're on the 11.
Finally brought down at the 13-yard line, and it looks like we were seeing a repeat of the last Brick Township touchdown.
and just poor tackling by East Brunswick. Not wrapping up at all.
Remember, you got to tell Jared to lock.
Just that's not a good sign for the defense. And you know, you just get a huge pick-me-up with a kickoff return, and you know, your coverage on the kickoff wasn't great, and then defensively again, Brick is just doing what they want.
And the three-man front.
This has to concern the Bears and their coaching staff.
McGinnis in the slot. Sabo the only one back there. Ball's on the ground.
Looked like they got it
yeah,
though.
it looks like he picked it back up again. It'll be for minimal gain at best, maybe a yard as he fell forward.
A fumble on the play. It was covered by Brick Memorial.
That sucks balls.
Come on, defense! No gain on the
No gain. They're going to call it 2nd and 10. Ball on the 13. Walsh has single coverage on the outside, but the handoff goes forward down to the 10. To hold them to a field goal here would be a victory, a moral victory at least.
in on the stop for East Brunswick was number 18, Jake Wilkowitz. Gain of 3.
Third down.
3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
Go, Mike, go.
DeGromie bounces off 2 tacklers, gets inside the 5. Will have enough for the first down. Brought down by Tim O'Sullivan.
And again, you give the Brick runners credit, but also East Brunswick just with the number of missed tackles there. Tim O'Sullivan was able to finally get him, but not after he picks up a first down, and we'll have a 1st and goal from about the 2.5-yard line.
It should be a touchdown. They're going to be sending both middle linebackers.
Ball spotted on the 2-yard line. Sabo the lone setback. And DeGromie manages to sneak over the line for the Mustang touchdown.
Number 6, Mike DeGromie with a 2-yard touchdown run.
Looked like he was going to be stopped. He kept his feet going and then did a really nice job of reaching the ball over the goal line.
Go outside, 78, 79. They're selling everybody in the middle. They're blitzing all the linebackers. Everything's sinking down. You know?
No.
And the extra point is no good as it hits the upright.
The extra point is no good as the score remains Brick Memorial.
And the score is the Mustangs 30, Bears 21. Oh, very interesting 3rd quarter so far.
Yeah. Brick has, moved the ball at will here. East Brunswick was able to get a score on a kickoff return here.
And again, we have the same kick return team out there for the Bears, but I'm sure they are not going to kick it anywhere near Mike Weber.
You wouldn't think so.
What are we doing with the kick here, Coach? I know you do.
Again, the back line for the Bears, Gudzak, Moro Tucci, and Jared Lynch. Lodice will tee it up for the Mustangs. Well, again, they need this game more. They need this to get to the playoffs.
Change it, he's still kicking.
I do the same goddamn thing. Just make a fucking pass.
Other guy looks more of a threat. No.
And that's a deep one. Tim O'Sullivan's going to take it at the 18-yard line.
And he's a threat.
But wrapped up on the play nicely there for Brick, coming up with a tackle, Logan Smith, number 47. And the Bears will start at their own 28-yard line.
O'Sullivan. Stop made by Brick Memorial, number 47, Logan Smith. East Brunswick takes over 1st and 10 from its own 28.
Quinton, the lone setback. Tucci drops back to pass. Looking on the outside for Tim O'Sullivan. Sullivan wrestled down just short of the marker.
East Brunswick pass complete. Tucci to number 17, Tim O'Sullivan.
It looks like we'll be about a football short here.
Second down, 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 for the Bears.
And again, East Brunswick just saw the corner playing off, made a nice pass there.
Tucci is gang tackled. Seems like that 2nd down play is the one that always seems to hurt the Bears for no gain or losses. And they end up putting themselves now in a 3rd down and long situation, 3rd and 7, as Tucci loses 6.
And that's the one thing, if the other team does get penetration with a play like that where you keep it and you have the pitch man there, you could get a loss if they do get penetration. So
O'Sullivan will split out to the top of your screen.
East Brunswick would love to stay on offense for a little bit longer and not have to have their defense. They wanted the screen, but not a great job.
And Tucci cannot break through as Atskill, number 44, Jared Atskill, is able to corral Tucci for no gain.
And East Brunswick runs that screen there. And number 40, Zach Anderson, really did a nice job. Tucci was looking to throw the ball for the screen, but they had it sniffed out there.
Just remember, we got to go outside in the short yardage.
Tyler Janchik will come back to punt. 3:40 left to go, 3rd quarter.
Zach Anderson did a great job that season.
A high, booming punt. Fair catch called for as Tim O'Sullivan comes breathing down his neck.
You want to go ram the line again?
Ball will be spotted on the 35. And that's the worst field position that Bricks had to work with for a while.
And this is an important series here for the Bears defense for a couple reasons. Obviously, Brick has had their way here this whole game, but I think even more so, maybe East Brunswick has a thought process of players. We're in the playoffs. We don't need the win. The win would be nice to have a home game, but just to kind of feel good about yourself that you can stop a team when you have to.
Making penetration there and slowing the play up for the Bears.
Look, that was
Nick
Goodzak. Yep.
Got in there and slowed it up enough to wait for help. Gain of only 1. 2nd down and 9. Saba, the lone setback.
They're selling the house now. They're selling all the backers. They're daring us.
Oh, and that one looked like it either hit. It looked like it hit off Jared Lynch's shoulder pad. He had a chance to look where that was going. He had the pick 6 there.
And that play has been run a couple times where East Brunswick sent some people there looking to get the ball to number 22. So if you are Jared Lynch, who's the free safety there, you take a chance, and he's mad at himself there. This would be big for East Brunswick to actually get Brick to punt for the first time.
3rd and 9. Pitch, and Tim O'Sullivan read that and catches McGinnis in the backfield for a loss. That is the first time he forced Brick to punt.
And that's a senior right there, Tim O'Sullivan, making a play. And
wrapping up.
Exactly.
Finishing the play.
Looks a little
confusion on the Bricks punt team.
They only have 10 out there.
East Brunswick's rushing practically everybody here. And yeah, I think we'll get a flag.
I don't think we had enough guys on
And I'm counting out. Brick only had 10 out there.
5 yards, running into the kicker, running into the kicker.
Only a 5-yard penalty, so not the 15-yard flagrant variety. Still 4th down, so we'll just move. And East Brunswick did rush the house and had 2 people on that right side coming in.
And they still only have 10 out there, Brick.
Why isn't that an automatic first down?
We'll listen for the call here.
The kicker 5 yards, still 4th down.
And Brick still only has 10 guys out there. They should call timeout here. Well, they're going to just play with 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We still got 10.
We got 10 guys on this team.
This
We're
is.
missing the tight end to the left side. Yeah, we got.
And that
Oh,
time,
no. Oof.
and he gets that one away.
We got 10 guys on the team then.
And gets a lucky bounce. Everything possible went right there. The punter was able to corral that high snap, Dylan Stolfa, and gets a good punt off, and it takes an East Brunswick, takes a Brick bounce.
And Brick was fortunate there. Nice catch by the punter and not having enough guys on the field.
We're missing the left wing on the left end.
Well, East Brunswick's defense finally gets a hold there and gets the ball back to their offense. So.
And with 1:36 left to go in this 3rd quarter, changing quarterback here for the Bears. A little bit of wildcat action as Tucci gets the pass and gets outside and will get the 1st down.
And that was Jared Lynch on the pass there. Nice creative play by the Bears, giving the Brick team a different look.
Tell Cintron nobody was in the game for Dylan Davis.
Doubles.
Tucci in the shotgun formation. Will try to sneak it across, but is tripped up and gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to mark him about a yard short of the line of scrimmage. So 2nd down and 11.
I like the design of that play. A nice play by number 51, Bill Miller, for the Brick Memorial to stop him.
Lynch and Lance at the top of your screen. Tucci, I think, tried to go back maybe to pass and got tripped up by some of the line as they were forced back into him. And 3rd down and on 12 now as that play lost a yard.
East Brunswick offensively just hasn't seemed to really consistently been able to get in a rhythm. They've had nice plays here and there, but then, like you have pointed out a couple times, just on certain downs, just have gone backwards and haven't consistently moved the ball down the field.
Tucci drops back to pass. Has Tim O'Sullivan, has the 1st down, knocked out of bounds, the 44-yard line. A 13, 14-yard pickup there.
And if you're Brick, that's one guy you really need to look for, and that's who Tucci likes to throw to, Tim O'Sullivan. He leads the Bears with 253 yards receiving. Mike Weber is 2nd with 139 yards, so that's someone you really need to pay attention to if you're Brick.
Wishbone backfield for the Bears. Tucci under center. And again, stopped inside. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2 for Tucci as he held onto it.
And that'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
Well, last play of the 3rd quarter with our score. The Mustangs of Brick Memorial 30, East Brunswick Bears 21. This game will be broadcast again on Sunday the 15th at 8 p.m. and on Sunday the 29th at 3 p.m.
Also, just for this week for East Brunswick Sports, we have some athletes of the week. And boys cross country, Alex Elkin was the Athlete of the Week. Megan O'Hara was the girls cross country Athlete of the Week, and Shannon Nolte was the girls soccer Player of the Week. So a couple other things just with the sports programs here at East Brunswick. Boys and girls cross country have their sectionals coming up, and field hockey still playing, and they have states against Middletown North, so they're still alive. I kind of talked about earlier, but the GMC champions this year for the Bears in the winter were the girls tennis team, the girls soccer, field hockey, and girls volleyball. So another outstanding season for the winter sports.
Bears moving left to right now on your television screen. 2nd down and 9. Tucci drops back. Is going to heave it down for Lance, who's going to up and make the catch at the 15.
And you have to give Mauro Tucci, I mean, obviously Kevin Lance made a heck of a play, and he is a basketball player for the boys basketball team, but Mauro Tucci stuck in there and took some kind of hit, but needed to make that throw, and that's not an easy thing to do, to give up your body.
If you look at Mauro Tucci, one sock's up, one sock's down. I mean, you don't even realize, you've been knocked down.
Showed a lot of guts there to stick in there, and Kevin Lance made a heck of a catch there.
Bears have the ball now, 1st down on the 15-yard line, looking to close this 9-point deficit. Now we're going to throw it up for O'Sullivan. That's out of bounds. Good defense there in the secondary. Altilio and Jihad Howard.
That's why if you're O'Sullivan there, you want to maybe not take your split out quite that wide, so that you can allow the quarterback to throw it and still catch it in bounds. Even if he had caught that one, he was too far out.
2nd and 10. Quentin only back behind Tucci. Tucci on the keeper. Gets a block from Lance. Tucci close to the pylon, but they're going to mark him out at the 1, inside the 1.
I think that's a good call, though. I think the ball did hit the pylon, but I think he was out before he kind of threw the ball at the pylon. But a real nice run, a nice design play. Kind of faked the dive the one way, spun around, and did a nice job.
Well, Tucci now has the ball 1st and goal on less than a yard line.
And you would think this might just be a quarterback sneak by Tucci. Just get in behind that big center for East Brunswick. Number 58, Najee Merchant, the 300-pounder. And I don't see a signal yet. It's close.
No, they're calling him short. As short as you can get. I mean, all the ball has to do is cross the plane, and that ball is within a pebble's distance of the plane.
And again, just go behind big number 58 here.
We'll wait for the call.
I love the officials from the side, like they can see the play too.
We have a flag on the play. It's for the pushing and shoving, the extracurricular stuff afterwards.
And number 73's got to keep his cool for East Brunswick a little bit, Logan McLennan. And I don't know what went on. Something might have happened to him, but he's got to calm down a little bit.
Guys, get over here to the center. Get over to the center.
Wait for the. There's like going to be offsetting penalties for the extracurricular nonsense that was going on.
I got dead ball, personal foul, 51, dead ball, personal foul, 73, offsetting. We're going to replay it.
Replay the down. Well, East Brunswick gets a break there in the sense that they get to replay the down. And it will still be second down and goal from the vicinity, the neighborhood, the locale of the goal line.
Right. And what also on that quarterback sneak, what the backs have to do for East Brunswick is kind of get in there and then give a little push to help them get in there.
Well, it looked like on that case, the line collapsed sideways, and you got pressure coming from one side off the center on the right guard.
He's in there.
Yeah, he's in there now. Tucci with the quarterback sneak. Takes it over from 1 yard out officially.
And obviously there's a ton of time left in this fourth quarter, 10:30 left. But with that missed extra point for Brick, if East Brunswick's defense is able to hold them with the capability of Tyler Yonchuk, a field goal, if Tyler does make this extra point, would win the game. Obviously, I'm well ahead of myself because Brick has been able to move the ball nicely. But they can cut it to 2 here with the extra point.
Little confusion there on the kick team.
And that could be also with number 73 took a little break.
Casey Schuld. And the extra point is good. Our score now, the Mustangs of Brick Memorial 30, Bears 28. 10 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. A lot of time left to go in this fourth quarter.
And one thing you want to do, if both coaches, but also Marcus Borden here, just remind your players in a tight game like this, you don't want a silly penalty here to cost you the game. So, Brick needs this game for the playoffs. They're going to be playing with a lot of emotion. East Brunswick would like to have a home game, but you don't want to cost your team the game with a stupid penalty in a big spot here. So that's something you should be reminding your players here.
And I wonder if we're going to have a different strategy on the kicks instead of this pooching strategy that both teams have employed here. East Brunswick, Tyler Yonchuk can boom it from the 40. But the last 3 possessions for Brick have started at the 35, the 45, and the 35. See, maybe we can drive the ball a little further back with a little bit of air behind it. Altilio is in the middle for Brick. And again, a little poocher fumbled a little bit there. Maybe this time gives a little chance but nope. Once again, weak coverage on the outside, and Brick will start at their own 39.
Yeah, just, you have to have that mindset on the kickoff team to just, run down there almost like a crazy person.
But without the ball being in the air, there's that time difference.
True.
You picked, even with that fumble or that muff of the ball, he was able to pick it up and still have maybe 1 or 2 seconds of lead time. Saba, the only running back behind. Gwilmy will take it and bring it up over the 45. East Brunswick seems to be really positioning to clog up the middle, but they haven't really been burned as much in the middle as around the ends.
Right. Tim O'Sullivan there had a nice tackle there.
Again, Vinny Saba, the lone setback. McGinnis in motion. Close to the first down, but looks like good defense to hold them at about 1 yard left to go. The Gilmy came around the end, was forced back, and then tried a second effort, but...
Yeah, a couple good hits there by East Brunswick. Looked like number 16, Nick Goodzak, was in on that. Number 42, John Segretto, and also looked like big number 58, Najee Murchison, also was there. So, big third down here. Looks like they're spreading East Brunswick out a little bit here.
McGinnis and Walsh split to the lower part of your screen. Inside handoff. Ooh, that's gonna be close.
Yeah, with the spot, he's gonna be short by about half a yard. And the ref already has up the closed fist for 4th down.
And they're going to go for it after their adventures or misadventures during the last punt. They're going to go for it. Only a half yard to go. Less than that. You think that unless there is some mishap. 4th down. Quick count. DeGilmey is going to be close, and he will have the 1st down.
Memorial quarterback number 6, Mike Joby, on the keeper. Gain of 1 yard.
Last time you went line, you had that 6-1
Memorial, first down. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a winner of the 50-50, $247. Great job supporting our Bears football team today. The $247 winner is Mr. John Bell from Sayreville. Congratulations.
Ball just inside the 50-yard line. Again, McGinnis and Walsh split to the lower part of the screen. Saba, the lone setback. In motion, Altilio. Inside handoff, Saba stopped immediately. Falls forward for a yard, but that's it.
Yep, looked like number 58, Najee Murchison, clogged up the hole there nicely. John Segreta was also in on the play. For East Brunswick, coming into this game, Pete Sereno led the team in tackles with 59. John Segreto was second with 53, and the safety, number 5, Jared Lynch, was third with 48 tackles.
Now back to the more traditional setup here. It's the lone setback. McGinnis goes in motion. Handoff again to Saba. Stopped again right at the line.
And a host of Bears there. Bears are playing with some emotion here defensively, doing a nice job. This is going to set up a long 3rd down for Brick.
Number 21, Vinny Saba on the carry. Gain of 1, 3rd down.
And if you're East Brunswick, you got to look for maybe some type of pass here by Brick, maybe one of those tosses to the outside.
When they get the 1st downs,
Walsh split out to the top of the screen. Looks like he's going to draw Mike Weber as single coverage. And good defense there. Had Walsh on that post, or what do you call that, Rose?
Yeah, like a slant there, right?
Slant right across. And Bears hold.
And give Mike Weber some credit. He did get beat earlier on a slant earlier, and he did a nice job reacting. And also the safety there, Jared Lynch, also gave a little hit when the ball was bobbled to make sure he didn't come down with it. So nice job.
Weber's given 6 inches and 30 pounds there too. Weber back deep for the Bears. A nice high kick coming down, taking a bounce as the Bears will clear out of the way. It's right in the middle of the field. Ball will roll dead at about the 20-yard line. And the Bears will take it there. 6:27 left to go. Well, if you have a 6-minute drive plan,
yeah,
15 plays, 6 minutes, get down there and score with very little time left. Very, very little time left would be the ultimate here, because Brick can move the ball.
Just wait for them to set the ball and then run the play in. They're real slow at setting the ball.
Pass on the outside, and that one just got away from Tucci. Had Tim O'Sullivan in the flat, but threw it way wide. Both teams have all their 3 timeouts remaining. 2nd and 10. Kevin Lance will split out to the top. Jared Lynch at the bottom of the screen. Tucci rolling the pocket, throwing and he was throwing it up for O'Sullivan, but it's not even in the area. That ball was not even close.
And that was tough there. Brick did send some people there, and then Tucci just didn't have enough time to let that play develop.
I don't even know. I mean, there was tight coverage. That would have been a tough,
right?
A jump ball maybe if it was high enough. But brings up still a 3rd down and 10, very long here for the Bears on their own 21.
Couple interesting plays there to decide, first 2 plays to throw the ball.
And that pass way ahead of Lynch. Again, it might be that Tucci's got a little bit of problem with the grip on those long passes. It is a cold, crisp night, and maybe the newness of these balls just not good for gripping. But the Bears will have to punt after only using up about 30 seconds of clock here, 3 incomplete passes.
And you don't see that often from the Bears, throwing 3 consecutive downs. And Brick looks to, unless something weird happens here, should get the ball back with pretty decent field position.
Altilio stands at his own 40-yard line, waiting the Tyler Janchik punt. A high punt after Janchik picks it up. The ball takes a kind of dead bounce right there at the 48.
And not a good punt there by Tyler Janchik, but East Brunswick and they've this year have had a little bit of struggles with the long snapping on punts, and I never punted, but I would assume that it does take the rhythm out of your regular routine when you have to go down and pick up a ball that hits the ground. You don't get the same step that you usually have. So Brick's in good shape here.
DeGilmy will operate at the 49 of the Bears, 1st and 10, 5:57 left to go in this 4th quarter. I'm Ken Saroka along with Richie Whalen, bringing you EBTV's coverage of East Brunswick High School athletics. The inside handoff to Adskill, breaks it out right tackle and gets it down inside the 45.
They're real slow at setting it, so.
Number 17, Tim O'Sullivan with the tackle there. And pretty soon here, the clock does become a factor. We're getting close to 5 minutes here. As you mentioned, Ken, both teams have 3 timeouts, but, East Brunswick needs to eventually on this drive get a stop on 3rd down or pretty soon start using timeouts.
2nd and 6. Ball right at the 45-yard line. Long count here. Adskill, the handoff, tried to do the same thing over right tackle. Went nowhere, got himself inside the 45, but that's about it. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Look like number 17, Tim O'Sullivan, nice play, and a couple other Bears in on the tackle.
Dylan Walsh will bring in the play for Brick Memorial. And Walsh again will line up and draw Mike Weaver as his coverage. DeGilmy looking over the line, might be audibleizing.
Looked like the right guard moved there.
Yeah, twisted his head a little bit. There's McGinnis. We haven't called his name in a while. McGinnis does break it out and is brought down by Lynch, but not before he gets about 8 yards and a Brick Memorial 1st down.
And that's a play that Brick has had success with, getting to the outside there and giving it to the pitch man. And a big 1st down by Brick. Not only does it keep the clock moving, but keeps that Bears defense on the field and eating up more time, where we'll be down under 4 minutes once they run this play here. So East Brunswick defensively needs to get a stop.
Running into their strength.
McGinnis breaks tackles and will have a clear lane. Ooh, and a touchdown saving tackle on the outside there by Jared Lynch. And a 1st down for Brick. That was a backbreaker.
And again, unfortunately, East Brunswick has been missing some tackles tonight.
When the chains are set, they have to win. There you go. 25 seconds.
And since the ball's on the 10-yard line, it will be 1st and goal. And Brick is doing the smart thing here. They're going to take as much time as they can. The official will let the offense know with 5 seconds left on the play clock. And they should take every second that they can here.
McGinnis, the inside handoff. Gets down to about the 8, maybe the 7. Coach Borden not willing to use his timeouts at this point in time.
We couldn't quite see the official there, but the play clock does not start until the ball is set, and you see the official wind his arm there. So
the Gumi will have Axel behind him. McGinnis again to the left, usually goes in motion. And moving the pile is Axel. Gets down to about the 2-yard line. And Brick does not need a field goal here. They need to pound it in because they're only up 2 with 2:05 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Field goal, though, with Tyler Janchek, you know, at least you make him score a touchdown, but touchdown would be better. Touchdown and extra point makes it a 2-score game. So basically puts it out of reach if they do get a touchdown and the extra point.
And over is Axel from 2 yards out for the touchdown.
One. You want to go 1. If we don't get 2, they can tie it. If you want to go 1.
Okay. And again, here's the ever critical extra point here. The extra point here makes it a 9-point game, 2 scores, but hold on the breath here. Lodice, who missed one earlier, did drill it through. So our score now 37-28. And this will be EBTV will be out here covering the Battle of Route 18 for the annual Thanksgiving Day game. It will be here at Jade Oil Field, 11 o'clock in the morning against the Old Bridge Knights. Hopefully you can come out and see it right before you eat all that good turkey.
Last week, 2 weeks ago, he was at 37, 27. So bigger than that, but at the same time, interesting.
See if East Brunswick can get a quick score here. A kickoff return would be nice.
And it has not been the case here. That's now Tucci's moved up into the second line along with O'Sullivan and Weber and Pete Sorrento. Tucci's in the middle.
The quarterback is up. Like it.
Gudzak now will pick it up on 2 hops. Takes it up the middle and gets it to the 35-yard line where the Bears will operate with 1:25 left to go in this fourth quarter, down 9. And you would expect the Brick defense to be prevent here, rushing minimally and protecting. And this is probably something that East Brunswick doesn't try a lot of. This 4 wide receiver set, 2 up, 2 down. And the pass on the outside to Lynch, incomplete. That pass would have only gained about 6 yards. Julian Quinton is the only back. There were 2 defenders who came in, and Quinton had to pick one to defend.
Right, Tucci did not have much time there, had to get rid of the ball right away.
O'Sullivan and Weber to the near side.
Quarterback draw wouldn't be the worst thing in the world here. Because
That's illegal, dude.
And that hit was close to the out of bounds, but it was not illegal. Clock stops, 1:13 left, third down and 5, but you're really not worried about third down at this point in time. You're worried about getting that touchdown.
And if I'm Tucci, or if you don't have someone deep, you might even run a route where you have all your receivers go deep and then see if Tucci can use his legs and then see if he can get something here.
Rolling pocket, Tucci throwing against his body. Oh, and had Lynch, but Lynch drops it at the Mustang 41.
I think what happened there, Lynch was looking to catch it and see where the sideline was to get out of bounds and just drop the ball. So this will be, East Brunswick needs to convert here on fourth down, or it won't necessarily be over, but it will be close to being over here.
Trips to the right, lower part. Rolling pocket again.
And that's what I was talking about here.
Tucci's scrambling around.
That's all right.
That's all right.
Even if he's not out of bounds, the clock will stop as the chains move. So in high school, it's not as important. They just have to get to the line and be ready with another play. And
timeout, Bears.
And Tucci's a little slow getting up on the sideline.
And Mauro Tucci comes from a line of those kind of smaller but stronger quarterbacks that have run this offense so well.
Up hitting, Mauro Tucci rushed for over 1,000 yards last year. Second Bears quarterback to do that. Greg Kolheim, who I played with in the 90s, also did that. And there's been many other good ones that have done it for the Bears. Greg Kolheim was a little bit different size. He was about 6'3", long and lanky, so different.
More like
makeup.
A Randall Cunningham type
exactly.
quarterback.
Yes. That would be a good, actually a very good comparison.
Trying to get the good hands team right.
Tucci looking to throw, now looking to run.
You know what I'm talking about.
And didn't have anything up the middle as they kept kind of a spy on him. 40 seconds left to go.
They have to be in a little bit more of a urgency here.
30 seconds left. And that's thrown out of bounds. Again, Lynch running too close to the sideline. Got to start those routes on the numbers.
Exactly.
Third down. And just for timing's sake, you need to score in this play, because then you get the kickoff and then maybe one play.
Yeah, you've seen teams, I mean, you don't really see it in high school, but sometimes NFL teams and other teams that will have a completion and they just kick the field goal when they can, just so they can set up for the onside kick and have another chance.
Well, this would be a 47-yard
right,
field
not from
goal
here,
right now.
obviously.
All right, got no contain, really got caught.
And Weber picks up the pass at about the 15-yard line and manages to get inside the 10 with 13 seconds left.
And they've had a nice connection this year, Tucci and Weber, with just that kind of play where plays broken down a little bit, looks like no one's open, and Weber does a nice job of moving around to get open, and Tucci found him. And East Brunswick takes a timeout here. And there you see on the screen Marcus Borden, the head coach of East Brunswick, talking to his team.
Yeah, you were mentioning about strategy here. The field goal, onside kick, and then one Hail Mary type pass if you get the onside kick. But I don't know if you have time for that many plays.
Right, exactly.
Especially with Tucci being more of a scrambler quarterback, that's going to kill 7 or 8 seconds right there.
Right, and I'm sure Coach Borden is just saying, you know, you gotta take your shot in the end zone here.
And maybe a jump ball here. You got your O'Sullivan and Lance, your 2 big receivers. Oh, and Weber had it in his hands, but got drilled and lost control of it.
A little behind him, but when you get your hands on it, should catch it. But if Tucci had led him a little bit more. Same play, had him again. The ball just got tipped.
Only 6 seconds remain, so this will be, for all intents and purposes, the last play.
They're going to the same play. One eye was wide open twice. They're going to hit number 2 again.
Tucci drops back, scrambles, floats it in the end zone to Tim O'Sullivan, who comes down with it for the touchdown. A little too late, though. And that is the last play. They won't even bother kicking the extra point. So our final score, the Brick Memorial Mustangs 37, the Bears 34. Bears unable to stop the potent offense for Brick Memorial when they had the critical time to do it in that 4th quarter drive. All right, our next EBTV game will be on the Thanksgiving Day here at J. Doyle Field. 11 o'clock start time for the game here on Thanksgiving Day against Old Bridge. For Richie Whalen, I'm Ken Saroka, bidding you all a good night. Final score again, Brick Memorial 37, Bears 34.